I'm no longer interested in being a polarity person. No, this is not for everyone. I've been a battle warrior for the right, for the light, for the love, for freedom, for liberty, for whatever. I don't know, for a long time. 10,000 lifetimes? I don't know. But there's something happening that I can tell I'm losing interest in it. And I've been actually having the experience lately of using television, live vision, or tell truth vision, depending on how you use it, right? And I've been actually experiencing using the political thing or any ideology, religionism, scientism, politicism, all very good reflective feedback for you to test yourself of where you dip. Where do you dip, man? Like Bob Marley says, I don't dip on the white man's side, I don't dip on the black man's side. I dip on God's side, God who made me. And my masters, my friends, my helpers were yesterday showing me my old video from down the park a few years ago where I said, God doesn't take sides. God is on everyone's side. The Tao doesn't take sides. The Tao is on everyone, everything's side. And we artificially divide it into good and evil and schizophrenize ourselves and become divided and conquered. And we can end up fighting ourselves, our own shadows, pieces of ourselves, for eons. And we have, you know. The Pleiadians are fighting the Lizzies, the reptilians, for a long time, millions of years. Oh, that's far out, Tobias. That's kind of weird. All right, just let that slide. So I can tell my interest in being a polarity person is waning. It's dissolving some. I still have eruptions, for sure, for the truth. But no longer crusader for the truth with my 8-foot sword of truth and Archangel Michael and chop their heads off. Not that there's a right time for that. It's just that I can feel I'm retiring from that because I have different. Did you smoke something? Yeah, big vitamin G, vitamin Dow for sure. Now I'm not telling anyone else to go non-polar or multipolar, meaning you can see it from all sides. I've been actually having experiences. I've been using politics and spiritual people, wherever my judgments are, on diaper gurus. Oh, see, I shouldn't even say that. Or whatever. Imagery, how it should look. Oh, I don't want to name names. Yes, it all has its timing. Yes, awareness is non-polar. I was actually joking with my masters. So I've been actually feeling like I'll pick it, the political thing. Feel the whole Trump thing versus social justice warriors. Here's the infinity symbol. And I've actually been experiencing going into that awareness and going, oh yeah, they're totally right. And then I was watching Hillary the other day and I'm going, I can feel her. But not just intellectually, like, oh, it's okay, we're all playing our roles. There's black hats and white hats. It's just part of the game, the charade, the dance macabre, the play, the lila, the illusion, the mayam, the mitoti dream. No, actually feeling it and being able to stay present outside of the polarity and yet have compassion and love and not, it's more like non-separation. I'm not separating from that aspect of consciousness. And I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Now, inside the game, I still have preferences. Like I would prefer, not a globalist state and more freedom to individuals and so forth. But what's leaving is the malice, the judgment. Like Lincoln says, with malice towards none. He's trying to reunite America, the U.S. after the Civil War. With malice toward none, we're not making you the enemy. So that's shifting. And yesterday during my vibrational galactic black and white hole healing session I do with a friend, a shaman, and he had gotten a hang drum and I was playing with that. It's kind of fun, and then the big gong and all that. Well, a giant portal opened up, and a certain teacher that is a teacher in the universe that you'd know of, he doesn't want me to mention him right now, and I have to learn to trust that. See, the old me is I overstep bounds. Showed up, and I was joking about it. I said, this guy never talks to us. And at the end of our session, he came and talked to us. Right? Now, you can say these are archetypes in your own mind, sure, but they're also living beings. Anyway, so experiencing, I had dreams, by the way, years ago. They weren't dreams, but I'd go visit George Bush Jr., and I would just feel my soul giving love to them as an archetype for our divided states of America. And then before this last election, I traveled to Manhattan, in a spirit body, and floated in through the window of Hillary's apartment, or where she was visiting, or whatever. And I just had all this love come out of my heart. All this love just came out for the role, like not taking sides. And don't fake it. Don't try, oh, I love everybody. Don't be a New Age milquetoast. Don't fake it. Be real. It's my advice. I've been very real. Therefore, the slogan, get real to heal, that, I have shirts made of. But I don't want to use the truth as a hammer, but allowing the game. So it's really helped me lately. And I'm interested now in finding the unity, common awareness, the oneness behind the illusion, Maya, mitote, dream fog, the devil, division, that makes it appear good and evil in the game. But like Krishna is very aware of the unity. This is my opinion. And in the Bhagavad Gita, the pearl of great wisdom, the biggest, holiest, book on the planet, or you could say the Mahabharata's chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, Krishna's chief disciple or friend or whatever, is having major trouble with going through with the battle. He doesn't want to, literally, they're on a battlefield, the Kurukshetra, which is symbolic of life itself, and it's an actual battlefield as well. And our Krishna, who loves everyone, who's one with everything, tells him to pick up your sword and go cut their heads off. And he's like, I can't, they're family. They're literal family for him. But so I'm not saying namby-pamby oneness, but with the malice toward none. Without the judgment, without the anger, without the making them wrong. Anyway, I'm exploring that. And I have to explore that because my body acts up. It's like that's the way I'm teaching myself this last year, to wind down from being a crusader for the truth of out the polarity game to people. You should wake up from the polarity game. No, you shouldn't. You should do exactly what you feel, or whatever's the dharma for you, the path for you. Allie agrees so much. She's been loving on me all morning. Allie's been so sweet, coming talking to me. She's like, Daddy, it's the right thing. I'll support you. So, doesn't mean you still can't pull your sword out. There's a right time for all things under heaven and hell and earth and stars and galaxies, and cut heads off, sure. But you don't do it with malice, without the judging them. Judge not lest you be judged. It's the way you discipline your dogs or your children. You don't do it with anger and hate. You do it with correction, or with, trying to educare, pull out that which is within people already. So I'm interested in becoming a non-polar person. Now, this joke may not go over with you guys, but last night we were laughing because years ago I made, I'll post it with this on my Facebook page, a picture of me sitting at the Maloca down in Peru with a beautiful ceremonial house, and there's a Buddha on a rock outcropping coming in through the wall, and I made two pictures of me. One I'm like this, ah, I'm a beautiful New Age person. Everything's beautiful. Like that. And the other one I'm like, fuck off, you know, motherfuckers. Like that. Then I superimposed them on each side of Buddha. Like one of my, that picture of me being all sweetie nice on one side and the other, right? And then the quote I said was, unless you're spiritually bipolar at this time on earth, you're not on your real path. Because in the merging of these polarities that we've lived, we've been reptilian, you know, stuff and places in the galaxy, and angelic, you know, and everything, witches and whores and Satanists and black magicians, white magicians. We've done the whole thing. Madonna whore complexes, good guy, bad guy, all of it. We've been doing it. So as you're trying to merge these polarities in you, like a mafia person often, you know, they're willing to be fucking hardcore. Yet there's really sweet and a lot of love. That's why we're all fascinated with The Godfather, because of the family love. But there's the threat of violence at any time. So as we're merging these polarities consciously to become not divided and conquered anymore, not, you know, actually bipolar, then you're going to be merging these polarities. But I don't want to push anything anymore. I don't want to be a polar person anymore. And that's not that everyone should become that. No. I had to spend a long time being a warrior and giant 8-foot swords, and some of the ceremonies I've done, I've seen myself as a 12-foot red-haired giant with giant fucking berserker Viking stuff, you know, murdering, killing, raping, you know, I mean the whole bit. But I can feel now I'm asking myself, and I'm doing it through physical triggers for me throughout my whole, especially in my medulla oblongata, reminding, refresh the mind all along the watchtower, you know. So I am no longer interested in being a polar person. I want to live in the middle road, the malice toward none, yet not pushing the middle road on anybody. Just everyone has their journey. Really helped me a couple of weeks ago too, when the masters told me, do you think you know more than other people, Tobias? And I was like, okay, let me feel that one. And I just entered this space of seeing how we're all souls. Our souls know what we're doing. The personality, the persona is suffering for many of us because we're caught in the illusion, the Maya Mitote. To the point of being willing to kill each other, blow up planets, you know, all that, torture each other, be horrible to each other and so forth, have fights and long-standing, you know, grievances and breakups and this and that, and I hate my ex-husband, I hate my sister, family fall, all that stuff, all the drama, trauma, and karma. But it helped me to feel that the soul is a master. In every piece of I could actually feel like, oh, that feels so good. Instead of thinking I know better than any other soul, that's super arrogant. Or I don't know what, fearful of that I have to help others all the time. So I can feel this shifting for me. And I love that. And I'm not telling anyone that you should all of a sudden transcend your polarities. No, we need lots of battles still. We need a lot of people fighting each other for the drama to continue, whatever. That's God's business, that's yours business. It's not my business. I'm just sharing this publicly sort of to confess or remind myself. You know, I'm no longer interested in being a stuck in polarity person. I'm interested in being able to feel the game from the polarities with malice toward none. I resign. All right, let's see what t-shirt showed up today. I have a shirt that says, probably can't read it, but it says belief systems are over, isms are outdated. Yeah, belief systems are over, isms are outdated. It's exactly in the vein of what I'm feeling. Much love. The webcast, by the way, and that's not all about me, and was a personal for me, but it's whatever souls that come to the webcast, whatever questions we have, or magic, or entrances, or grace, or portals we want to open. Spirit tends to really completely adjust whoever attends the webcast. TobiasLars.com. I do it on Sundays. That's about the only thing I'm doing. I'm doing a session today, which is unusual. I do maybe one every 10 days right now. And then if the universe says to change that, I will, and whatever other form will come. But TobiasLars.com, I recommend the inner body awakening, if you don't have it already. It's the most powerful method. Grounding yourself, keeping solid, and then move on to alchemyenergyprocess.com and theheartenergy.com. And coming up, we're going to do the one full conscious breath, the world's shortest meditation with a GIF and a animation and stuff. I just talked to Duncan yesterday about that. Coming up, hopefully within a month or so, that'll be done. Much love. Be consciously bipolar, but don't be stuck in polarity. I'll post that picture as well on Facebook. Ciao. Bye. Much love. Webcast tomorrow.